I am Phillip Darrow.
I'm Richard Nielsen.
We were married on April the 20th, 2016, and we've been together since October of 1993. We're members of actually three, but two that we're active in church communities. Spiritus Christi Church. Lauren Urzetta has begun an LGBTQ support group down there. We've been engaged on them via Zoom. We're also members of St. Paul's Lutheran Church, which is from his
My
childhood.
own hometown.
They've made a big transition from a very rural Republican agricultural community, which is still the case, but very accepting of us.
Well, they're very accepting. They accept us tremendously.
I think society in general has become more accepting, at least in New York State. I can't speak to other places, but they would have more of a challenge.
Yes.
I mean, you're going to be around other people,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a concern too, because if you're in a assisted living facility or any kind of a support group area, you have to deal with not only the residents but the staff. I like to have groups of people that self-identify that way. Strangely enough, we lived at St. John's Meadows for a year. As far as I could tell, they didn't have any groups there at that time. That was in 2013. Maybe that's changed now, I don't know. We were still able to get out and socialize more at that time.
Yeah.
So it wasn't an issue, but if that was not the case, it might become more of an issue. Tim Stuff was a marketing director at Legacy Blossom. He's not there anymore. He was giving seminars. This is a assisted living and caregiving facility on the LGBT community, and kind of like telling the people generally our history and our backgrounds. And he got positive feedback from that. So I'd like to see more of that sort of thing. There are communities I read about in AARP magazine that specifically are targeted to the older LGBT community, but they're very few and far between. There were a couple in Florida that I saw mentioned. As long as they have an educational program like the one they had at Legacy Blossom, I would be happy with that.